Hey guys, GNT here, and today I want to talk about episode 6 of Gakuen Babysitters. this, for those of you that haven't seen the series yet, it's basically the best series of this season of anime. No joke, I really like it. But with that being said, this has to be my least favorite episode out of all of them, mostly because of how the first episode seemed to be kind of slow, because they were focusing on freaking, oh goodness, I'm blanking on his name. What was his name? Nezu or something like that. They were focusing on his little brothers, and the one thing about this show that I would say it's lacking in is you know details on extra characters, which they tried to do with this episode. They're like, since you don't know much about these other characters, let's just throw in some backstory. And because Nezu is not a main character, or at least I don't believe he is. I mean, he could be in the next, what? I don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. Like what, 5, 6 more? But in the next episodes, he could end up being a main character. Who knows? But right now, he's not. So I'm not interested in his story. Not interested in his little brother's story. So, with the first half of this episode being about that, I just didn't really care for it all that much. Now you had Kotaro. He was pretty cool, like always. That's the best character in the show. That kid is freaking awesome. And I just love his blank expression. for him to for him to be basically this toddler, he shows no emotion. It's just it's such a rarity that when you do see him make a different face, it's awesome. He's cool. Like the little brother like slapped Ryu's hand, and when he did, Kotaro looked so shocked. It was great. I'm sorry it is. It's just, oh man, it is awesome. And here's the thing. They brought back another character whose name I cannot remember all that well. It'll probably come to me eventually. But the dude who's freaking crazy about kids, Yagi, I think his name is. He showed up freaking squeezing together Kotaro's cheeks and stuff. And here's my thing. I can't even fault him on that. It's weird that he gets nosebleeds from doing it. But, you know, pinching on small kids' faces and stuff, that stuff is kind of fun. Just being honest. It is what it is. And can't fault him for that. But, when you get nosebleeds over doing the crap, yeah, I wouldn't let you around my little brother either. And then there's that chick who's actually more of a regular to the show now. She's been in like almost every episode, if not every episode. I don't know if she was in the first episode or not, but she's been in every one of them after that one. So she's a regular. I can't remember her name either. See, the problem is the show is most fun when it's the small children, and the different things he gets into while babysitting them. That's where the show shines. When it tries to go outside that atmosphere, it's not as interesting. And that's the biggest reason why I don't really care for this episode as much as I did for the others. Because the first half is just, it's not like the rest of the show, usually. And the second half was a lot better. You went back into the school setting and everything, and it was about Kotaro taking his brother the freaking boxed lunch. That was awesome. Like, he was walking through the hallway and people were like, "Hey, we should help. We should call somebody." And they tried to help him. They were like, "It's his first airing," and he wouldn't accept their help. And it was so cool. He was walking up the stairs one step at a time by stretching, no joke, stretching his legs as far apart as possible to climb up each step. I don't know how that happened. It confused the crap out of me because I assumed he was going to sit the lunch on each step and then climb up. But his legs just stretched up there. And he went up each step extremely slow. And it was just so entertaining. Like, the kids really do make this show. The freaking super small little chibi baby kids, they really make the show for me. And everybody else is like a side character to them, you know, like a set piece or whatnot. Helps move on the story of the babysitting with the kids, which, in my personal opinion, I think Kotaro is probably more of a main character than his brother is, because it seems like that's how they focus the show, you know. Until this episode, they kind of went a little bit off, but when they got to the second half, it was perfectly fine. Went back to the normal way the show went. It was really cool. I loved it. It's just that I would mark down this episode for the first half, and that's it. The rest of it was awesome. So, as far as a rating would go for this episode, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Which tells you what I think of all the other episodes if I had a problem with this one. Yes, that's right. I think they're all perfect. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, wait a second. I almost forgot something before I close this out. That dude who's in love with the teacher showed up again in this episode. And they caught him by dangling a picture of the teacher outside the window, and this idiot went up there and grabbed it like, ha ha. It's like, it was so easy to get him roped in. Like, we're going to give you a picture of this teacher for you to go and do something for me. It's like, dude, come on. Really? But it's just, oh man. Second half was just so perfect. Oh, goodness. But yeah. I'm sorry if it's just, it started to become a rambling video. It's my bad. But I was just, I loved it so much. The second half was just awesome. And it's I don't know, it's amazing. It's a great show. This was overall, it was a decent episode. If we could split it in half and just take the second half, it'd be amazing. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not going to ramble on any further. Peace out and have a great day.